All right, let's talk about that screen. You know the one, just a moment. You see it all the time when you're browsing the web. It feels like just another loading screen, but it's not. In those few seconds, your browser is going through a super fast security check. We're going to break down what's really happening behind the scenes.
We've all been there. You click a link, you're expecting to see a web page, but instead, you're stopped. You get this plain screen, a little spinning icon, and some text about verifying your connection. It can feel like a really frustrating delay, but it's actually so much more than that.
So this isn't just your browser taking a little break. It's an active process. In that split second, the website is asking your browser one really critical question. Are you human? And your browser has to answer, all automatically without you doing a thing. So what's it really up to?
Okay, first thing you need to know is this. That screen is not a bug, it's not an error. It's the complete opposite. You should think of it as an invisible, high-speed security checkpoint that every single visitor has to pass through before they're allowed in.
So, why does pretty much every website need a checkpoint like this? Well, it's because the web today is constantly dealing with an invisible threat. It's an ongoing battle between bots and humans.
And the difference in how we behave online is just, well, night and day. A human user, you navigate thoughtfully. You click, you scroll, you read at your own pace. A malicious bot, on the other hand, is just pure chaos. It's designed to make thousands of rapid-fire requests every second, trying to scrape data, find security holes, or just crash the site by completely overwhelming it.
This is the reality for websites every single day. They are constantly being hammered by this kind of automated traffic. So to survive, they need a super fast, really effective way to filter out all those malicious bots and let in the real users, like you. And that's exactly what this little checkpoint is built to do.
So how does this filter actually work? You know, it's not as complicated as you might think. The whole process is this clever, almost instant exchange. The best way to describe it is as a digital handshake.
It all happens in 3 steps, and it's over in the blink of an eye. First, there's the challenge. The website sends your browser a tiny, invisible math puzzle. Then comes the proof. Your browser is a sophisticated piece of software, so it solves that puzzle almost instantly, something a simple bot can't easily do. And finally, verification. The correct answer is sent back to the website, and just like that, you've proven you're not a bot.
Now, if you've ever looked closely at that verification screen, you've probably seen this message. And it's not just a random request. It's naming the 2 key technologies that make this whole digital handshake even possible.
Let's start with JavaScript. Think of it as the investigator that's already built into your browser. It's the active part that receives the puzzle from the website, does all the math, and figures out the answer. If JavaScript is turned off, your browser just can't complete the test.
And what about cookies? Well, once JavaScript does its thing and you pass the test, a cookie acts as your digital ID card. It stores a tiny piece of information that basically says, this browser is verified. And this is super efficient because it means you don't have to go through that security check on every single page you visit on that website.
Okay, so the handshake is complete, the digital ID has been checked, all that's left is for the website to give the all-clear signal to let you in.
And that signal is a message you might see flash on the screen for just a moment. Verification successful. That's it. That's the moment the digital bouncer gives you the nod and lets you into the site.
What's really incredible is just how fast this all happens. The entire verification, the secure request to the server, and the response to start loading the page, it all happens in about half a second. That pause you feel is actually a lightning-fast security operation.
Which brings us to the most important question, right? After all of this, why does this tiny, almost unnoticeable wait matter so much?
When it comes down to it, that momentary check is a critical defense for the entire internet. It keeps your favorite websites online by stopping attacks that could crash their servers. It protects user data from being stolen by malicious bots, and it makes sure there's a smooth, stable, and fair experience for every real person online.
So the next time you're paused by that just a moment screen, you'll know you're not just waiting, you're actually being protected. But it does leave us with a final important question. As these malicious bots get more and more sophisticated and better at mimicking humans, what is the next generation of this digital handshake going to look like? That is the ongoing battle for a secure web.